Another friend tells me that my name is always on your lips. They say I'm more than just a friend. They say I must be blind. Well, I admit that I've seen you watch me from the corner of your eye. Oh, it's so confusing. Yeah, I wish you'd just confess, but think of what I'd be losing if your answer wasn't yes. It's so complicated. I'm so frustrated. I wanna hold you close. I wanna push you away. I wanna make you go. I wanna make you stay. Should I say it? Should I tell you how I feel? I want you to know, but then again I don't. It's so complicated. I hate it, 'cause I've waited so long for someone like you. Oh, what do I do? Oh, should I say it? Should I tell you how I feel? I want you to know, but then again I don't. It's so complicated. It's so complicated. It's so complicated.
Classic Country, 94.1 FM.
Here I sit, a nobody with no one, and being me ain't really all that fun. Leaving her wasn't very smart. Admitting I was wrong wouldn't be so hard. If it was cool to be a fool, I'd be the hippest guy around. If a heartache made you famous, I'd be known from town to town. If tears were made of pennies and a cold beer brought her back, my bank account and self-esteem would both be in the black. And if some Hollywood producer made a movie that was sad about some guy who lost the best thing he ever had, hey, I could be a star if it was cool to be a fool. But we all know the way it really is. You don't get recognized for doing things like this. You spend a lot of time feeling sorry for yourself. It doesn't really mean that much to anybody else. If it was cool to be a fool, I'd be the hippest guy around. If heartache made you famous, I'd be known from town to town. If tears were made of pennies and a cold beer brought her back, my bank account and self-esteem would both be in the black. And if some Hollywood producer made a movie that was sad about some guy who lost the best thing he ever had, hey, I could be a star if it was cool to be a fool. I'd be the hippest guy around. If a heartache made you famous, I'd be known from town to town. If tears were made of pennies and a cold beer brought her back, my bank account and self-esteem would both be in the black. And if some Hollywood producer made a movie that was sad about some guy who lost the best thing he ever had, hey, I could be a star if it was cool to be a fool. Hey, I could be a star if it was cool to be a fool.
That is Joe Nichols and Cool to Be a Fool. I guess depends on the circumstances, right? Well, we were talking a few minutes ago about the urgency to get a coronavirus, but the side effects matter. A vaccine does not merely need to work, as Katie Thomas, a New York Times reporter covering pharmaceuticals, said. It needs not to have side effects that cause more damage than the virus itself. The coronavirus seems to kill only a small percentage of people who get it. The side effects have the potential to do even more damage because any coronavirus vaccine will be given to billions of people, including many with underlying health problems. And politics, they matter too. Vaccines are the subject of frequent conspiracy theories and falsehoods. Given the skepticism, a coronavirus vaccine that did more harm than good could cause much broader damage. As I said a few minutes ago, class action lawsuits could lead people around the world to stop taking vaccines that actually do work. And that's what happened in the Philippines after the Dinog scandal, all of which is a reminder that promising early results like those this week often prove fleeting. Only about 10% of drugs that clear the first research phase ultimately make it to the market. Sharing a little information here for you this morning. Going to check the bottom of the hour forecast, and Jim Reeves is standing by.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. We do have a flash flood watch in effect today. Periods of rain, which could be heavy, maybe a thunderstorm. High today, 58. Periods of rain, thunderstorm tonight, low 50. And then clouds and showers tomorrow, the high at 71. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, low 52. Friday, cloudy skies, shower and thunderstorm, and the high at 72. And then clouds and sun on Saturday, shower and thunderstorm with a high near 82. With your AccuWeather forecast, I'm Steve Williams.
Your current temperature check for Bryson City, 48 degrees at 37 minutes past the hour.
During this time, Western North Carolina coming together and keeping it local.
Area rugs from Discount Rugs and More offer beauty and more. Look for the large open door at Gateway Flea Market when you come to Discount Rugs and More this weekend.
Western North Carolina. Support local businesses and help your neighbors. Okay, so you've got Facebook Marketplace, you've got Craigslist, you've got eBay. Well, let me tell you about something that's a lot better. I'm Steve Kelly. I host a show called Tradio Monday through Friday at 12:30 right here. It's where you can buy, sell, or trade your item. Write this number down, 586-9742. That's 586-9742. Give me a call and let me know if you have something to buy, sell, or trade. Monday through Friday at 12:30 on Tradio.
I feel very strange. There's evidence of a radical change. Could I be falling in love? I see 3 or 4 new moons high above. Or is it just your intoxicating love? My heart's a flaming fire the moment you appear. I have just one desire, to have and hold you near. I've tried to resist the strange mystery of the need for your kiss. Could I be falling in love? I have just one desire, to have and hold you
local, and more of the classic country you love on WBHN.
I'll always remember the song they were playing the first time we danced, and I knew as we swayed to the music and held to each other, I fell in love with you. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? I'll always remember that magic moment when I held you close to me. As we moved together, I knew forever you're all I'll ever need. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life?
That's a nice one from Ann Murray. Could I have this dance? Here's a note for you. Old Navy would donate more than $30 million worth of clothing to U.S. families affected by the COVID-19 crisis, distributing the clothes to nonprofit organizations. The Gap Incorporated subsidiary is giving 50,000 non-medical grade reusable masks to longtime partner Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Old Navy is working with partner organizations Good 360 and Baby to Baby, as well as transportation partner Penske Logistics, to distribute the apparel. So that's a nice gesture from Old Navy. Now it's Johnny Lee. You could have heard a heartbreak.
Behind the bar, I see some crazy things. I watch those disappearing wedding rings. Telephone call paging so-and-so. There he is shaking his head no, 'cause he's got this girl hanging all over him. He can't quit now, he's gone out on a limb. Then the place turns